Today I'm going to cover some things about human resource, some applicable laws. One is the equal pay thing that is sometimes causes a lot of companies get sued and causes people to initiate suits and then they don't work and they lose their job and get a reputation as a troublemaker. You got to be forearmed and forewarned before you do something, okay? Equal pay is not based on your job description title. It is based on your duties and everything else that you do. Now, when they determine your pay, before they even make a job description, one of the first things they do is look at a couple of things that determine your pay, okay, under your title or whatever you're doing. First thing a job is rated on is KSA, knowledge, skills, and abilities. Knowledge is basically head knowledge, what you read from books, theories, hypocrisies. Skills is basically things you do with your hands, okay? Ability is more like a raw talent thing to me and to most people. Under that comes the second one, it will be experience. Experience deals with how many years of experience you actually have doing that particular thing, job that you're now applying for. Okay? And also, a substitute might be your grades in school and how you could describe how a person could do on an interview, describing what they would do in different scenarios. Okay? The third thing is your working conditions. Like, I work in the city, I work outside, so we work with a lot of inclement weather, extreme hot, extreme cold, so that's why we're paying much more money than, say, a technician or a maintainer or office worker that works inside indoors, okay? Another thing is your responsibility, and that comes under different things. Are you responsible for classified information to maintain in your head without giving it up? How complex is the job? How many things? How much is at stake if you fail? It's the responsibility. How many people you manage? Are you in charge of operating a sophisticated equipment that if it goes bad or goes below specs will destroy a whole operation of hundreds of millions or risk human lives? Like a firefighter, one of the things is, even though they're not responsible for managing people, they do work in working conditions where they're responsible for a lot of people's lives if they don't do the right thing. Okay, so these are the compensator factors. Now, I'll give you a case so that way we study it better. Case histories are good to study applicable laws. So, there was two people working in the same company, a sales company. They were selling construction contracts, okay? And one was a girl. She's still behind the desk. She basically got leads. She dealt with small complaints. She demonstrated a good way on the phone, but under high pressure talks, she didn't know how to defer it to her manager or somebody, so she had a few situations where they almost lost contracts because she started arguing with them. Also, she would maintain paperwork, make sure the spreadsheets up, do a light bookkeeping, but she was a sales agent. That was her main thing, sales agent. Okay, that was her job description, which is done from job analysis, which is another thing. Then there was another agent, sales agent, that he would go out among the road with the different working conditions, be away from his family, be away from his kids, his dog and everything, and he would have to deal with crisis situations. He'll go out and try to rescue accounts that some were worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, for like hotels like the Marriott that's always building facilities, maintenance. He also had a little bit of mechanical knowledge, and he had some facility management and real estate certificates. She didn't, and he also had a bachelor's. Okay, she only had an associate's in sales, and he was very good at handling high pressure situations, not cracking up. But the problem stemmed that Human Resources was basically saying they gave them the same job title, sales agent, instead of saying sales agent 1, sales agent 2, and they didn't have a really defined thing of a job description, job spec. People. Devil's in the details. So they messed up on the detail, and now they had a woman that's saying she should get equal pay because the job title was the same. But the job was vastly different. And even though he would do the same thing with getting leads, even if his job was just getting leads outside, he was dealing with a much higher, much worse working conditions, being away from his family. So that should be enough to give him some money. They were about the same length and seniority, okay? But definitely, there's such a thing as pay for knowledge. His depth of knowledge was much greater than hers, even if everything was the same, okay? And there is incentive pays for doing that, but that's another video without incentive pays and pay for knowledge. Anyway, to make a long story short, I wasn't brought in, but I told them, talk to the girl, talk to the guy separately, because there was animosity. That was another thing that was happening. She was jealous. There was like arguments with her and the sales agent. Instead of being coordinated, there was things being done right. And it was also affecting the morale and everything. I said, bring them in separately, then talk together. Have a HR, have a management there, their line manager, and see if they could work out something. Have a training thing to bring her up to level 2. Of course, they got to rename their job. So have the training, have the rewards. Give her a little bit of reward, a slight reward for showing that you do care. But tell her that she does not stand around in court with her argument. And that afterwards, there's going to be, if she wants to go to court, there's going to have to be much more documentation, much more stringent of the rules applied to her getting a job. That she's going to get a pay increase now, and so is he going to get a slight one. Not as much as her, but a slight one. She might get 6%, he might get 2 or 3%. But he should get bonuses for saving big accounts. That was another thing I recommended. So to make a long story short, it was resolved. I also had another case I heard where, included in my next video, will be on Family Medical Leave Act, and it gives normally 12 weeks of unpaid leave. Exception of California, they give 6 weeks with 55% of the wages covered, but it only covers 12 weeks. But for if you're a spouse of an injured military personnel, or a son or uncle or whatever, and you're the one that could take care of that person, you're allowed up to 26 weeks. Okay, that was under the new act with the Patient Protection Care Act that Obama put in. Okay, thank you. Enough said. Bye. So the next video I will talk about Family Medical Leave Act. And by the way, here's a tip for you. If you're going to get injured or sick, try to get on your job, because workers' comp kicks in 7 days after. The Social Security and disability takes much longer time. And also, when you retire in pension, it's going to take some time before that and your Social Security can kick in. So don't go down there yelling at those people, because they could mess up your paperwork. Be nice, learn, live and learn. Look at my attributes tape video, and you'll see about knowledge and communication skills. And that'll be another video. Have a good day. Bye.